Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Against All Live Sports Radio Show. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy, and today's show is going to be very interesting. That's right, very, very interesting. But before we get into today's show is sponsored by Capital Wealth Property Group. Take your business to the next level by establishing business credit. And basically, we will help you with business consulting, building your business like building your business credit, and then also helping with your business setup. So basically, we will show you how to fly, dine, and lodge for free, and then also help you and show you some free hacks with your taxes, such as tax deductions and tax write-offs. And besides that, you can go ahead and text invest to 216-816-2020, 216-816-2020, and we have a monthly installment plan for those who can't afford it. We make it affordable for you, and also we have Afterpay. So let's get it in. All right, what's up, fellas? We just did the sponsoring.
Hey,
So now we're about to get into the show. So here we go. We got Tank and we got Bruce joining the show. So first things first, we're going to talk about today's news. Russell Wilson to the Broncos. Even though it's not Browns news, but guess what? It still affects the Browns. You probably wonder why. And how it does affect the Browns.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
And people probably wonder why this Russell Wilson trade to the Broncos affects the Browns. People don't know, do they? Probably don't.
Well, I wouldn't say they would. If it don't. I don't think it affects the Browns in any kind of way.
It does affect the Browns. Let me tell you why. How many Super Bowls Russell Wilson has under his belt?
That was with Seattle.
Okay. But how many? He led Seattle to a Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, I said that was with Seattle.
Yeah. So he moves to the
Whole
AFC.
different system. It's not like they got Pete Carroll. It's not like he's got DK over there. He doesn't have Lockett. He doesn't have that defense anymore. He doesn't have the quarterback coach over there anymore. He's going to a much less talented team. Yeah, they have Jerry Judy. That's awesome. And Gordon. That's awesome. But now they don't even have a tight end over there. They got rid of Fant. They don't have an offensive line. And they also got rid of Javante Williams in that trade. That doesn't really make, to be honest, that, yeah, Russell can make them better, but the Denver Broncos does not make Russell Wilson better. I know it probably doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does. Because that's not really that much of a talent. I wouldn't, unless they make some more moves.
Let
They
me.
can. I'm sure they. I'm sure they make some more moves.
Okay, so let me ask you this then: how many championships do the Denver Broncos have under their wing? How many Super Bowls?
I really don't know or care because I'm not a Broncos fan.
You
I'm
a
sure
football fan?
it's probably. I'm sure it's probably a lot, but it's not
Okay,
as much as like the Patriots and all them.
but we ain't talking about the Patriots. We talking about the Broncos. So my point
No, I
is,
said it's not as many as them, but I'm sure they have more than we. They have way more than we do.
my point exactly. So therefore, the Broncos they know how to build a franchise to win. They know how to surround players to win. So trust me, this move is going to actually make the Broncos better. And it's going to help Russell Wilson be better because they're going to surround him with the pieces to make him better, to make the team
If
better.
they can, if they can, because his contract wasn't small either. And I don't know. Well, obviously it had to have helped him a little bit. I mean, not helped him, but been okay because they did make the trade. But how much money do they have now? They're not a big team, big under the cap team.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna state some facts to you. The fact is that the Broncos have won with Peyton Manning, over the hill Peyton Manning. They surrounded him with not the best talent in the world.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah, I know they won before. That's obvious.
And guess what?
Yeah, their defense definitely helped them win that Super Bowl.
And the offense too. But look, this definitely puts pressure on the Browns because you have another great quarterback in the AFC. So you're going to sit with a mediocre quarterback still? You're still going to say, oh, we believe in this guy that has no Super Bowls under his belt, no appearances under his belt? What has he have done in the last 4 years besides beat Pittsburgh in the playoff game? Crickets. My point exactly. So, this being said, this puts pressure on the Browns.
Yeah, he hasn't been in the Super Bowl, but he is not the only quarter. I hate when people say that. You have to stop saying that. He is not the only quarterback in the NFL that has not been to a Super Bowl. Justin Herbert has never been to a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson has never been to a Super Bowl. Stop saying that he hasn't been to a Super Bowl. We know that. We're close to getting there. We have the team to get us there. He got hurt. 26 players on our team got hurt last year. 26 players on our team got hurt last year. We were one game away from going to the playoffs. Just one game from going to the playoffs with an injured team last year.
And guess what?
Now when we get everybody back healthy again next year, make some moves in this offseason. Get the receiver that we're looking for in the draft, and we'll be right back where we were in 2019, guaranteed. Everybody's like, oh, well, you got Cincinnati and Joe Burrow. We're 4-0 versus Joe Burrow. 4-0 versus him.
Okay. But guess what?
Y'all act like Baker Mayfield's the worst quarterback in the NFL. He's really not. He's really not.
He's the worst in our division. Really is. Really is.
No, he's not the worst anything.
No,
he is not.
He's the worst in our division. Yes, he is. Who is he better
than? No, he is not.
Who is he better than in our division?
Oh, Joe Burrow. Lamar Jackson. When he went head up against Lamar Jackson in the last couple games, he had more yards, more completions than he did. Yeah, they won the game. Yeah, they won the game.
That's the point.
Joe Burrow did. Joe Burrow took Cincinnati to the Super Bowl. Okay, he still never beat the Browns. Baker owns that team too.
But guess what? It don't mean nothing.
And then on top of that, remember, Roethlisberger doesn't play in Pittsburgh no more.
Okay, but he's still better than Baker.
They actually right now have no quarterback.
He's better than Baker. I
mean, they got Haskins.
Lamar Jackson is way better than Baker.
No, he's not. Not in any kind of way.
In every way. We ain't going nowhere. We got to get some receivers, and we have to get great quarterback play. Justin Herbert is better than Baker at this point. You got to get great quarterback play, man. You can't be mediocre. You can't say, oh, I'm injured. If you injured, stop playing then.
And we have it. We'll have it this year.
Stop playing
We'll have it again this year like we did 2 years ago.
So you really think we can get to the promised land all the way to a Super Bowl with the team that we currently have?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. We would have
We
done
ain't
it
got
this year had he not got hurt.
we don't
We
even have
would
no
have done
receiver.
it this year had he not got hurt. Had Jarvis Landry been fully healthy. Had
We don't have
Nick Chubb, or not Chubb, had Hunt not been out most of the season, we would have been in the Super Bowl.
man. I don't know.
Definitely would have been in the Super Bowl.
I don't know what edibles you was eating, but you should stop eating them. So listen, we're not going to get to a Super Bowl with this team.
Definitely don't do that.
We don't have.
Yes, we will.
You said will. I'm talking about right now. We don't have anything. We don't have. We got
We got Landry and Donovan Peoples-Jones, and they're gonna obviously bring in somebody else to help out.
So you think Landry's gonna stay?
Yeah, why wouldn't he? He's still here for another year.
Maybe the Browns.
Where would he go?
Maybe the Browns don't want to pay him $15 million.
They will. They're not that dumb now.
They not that dumb. They played Baker injured all season. That was dumb.
They know they understand. Like people got to understand. They are the organization. They know what's going on. They knew he was injured. They knew he he didn't have the greatest season.
Well, guess what?
He came back from an ACL tear faster than he should have.
Well, I'm just talking.
But yeah, all they need to do is just get another receiver and some depth on the offensive line. That'll be good.
Who had an ACL tear? You said ACL tear?
I said Jarvis Landry's injury from what was it, last year. He came back from it faster than he should have.
That wasn't an ACL tear.
Whatever the injury was, he came back from it faster than he should have. They said he probably wouldn't have been back normally until like the middle of the season, but he was back before then.
Okay.
But it still showed that he was still having problems. They was still bothering him. Now he's got a whole off season under his belt, and he'll be back to normal. I'm actually hoping that the Browns go after DK Metcalf, see if Seattle wants to get rid of him too.
Well, you hoping for
that would be nice.
You hoping for a wish and a prayer on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of receivers going to come here after what happened with Odell. But we'll see. And the organization is not brilliant, for real. Because if they was brilliant, trust me, Odell, I think, would still be here. And Odell probably wouldn't have been playing for LA.
That was probably like a really bad move that I didn't like that they made. That was the first move that AB did that I didn't like. They should at least let him stay here the rest of the season, and then if they didn't like what they saw, then cut him after the season was over.
Yeah, that was very crazy. Very crazy. Very crazy.
Hey, again.
All right. Bruce, you there?
Yeah, I can finally hear you now. Sheesh.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can only hear Tank. I thought I sent the chat. I sent it in the chat. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see that. I don't hear Javon. I saw that. I see it now.
It just came crazy. Weird. Yeah, but I can hear you now. I heard all of Tank's comments. Tank, you're off the hook. You're dreaming, Tank. I mean,
not really.
Reality.
Hold on.
This team.
I'm just speaking.
This team.
Real stuff.
This team took a step backwards. So we won 11 games, and how many we win this year? 8. So we took 3 steps backwards. 3 steps backwards.
and we were still
Now,
one game away from going to the playoffs with all those
it
injuries
doesn't
we
matter.
had
We
on our
can't
team.
compare.
Yeah,
We compare
that keys into it, man. It's all part of the
to
game.
Cincinnati. They won. They're second in the league. Just because we beat Cincinnati doesn't mean anything. We beat Cincinnati, but they're second in the league. We're not third in the league. And Baker Mayfield had a good year the year before. Last year, this year he came off an awful year. The Browns were awful. They were short of what they were supposed to do. We don't know if they're going to be better injury or not, but we know now we're facing hopefully Pittsburgh doesn't get a decent quarterback, and then maybe we'll have the third best quarterback. But Baker Mayfield and the Browns have a lot to prove next year. So we're looking at a wide receiver room that we have no idea what it's going to look like. We know what the tight end room looks like. It's pretty good. But Hooper, he didn't play up to par. And Njoku had a good year.
I was surprised that they were going to keep him.
I'm surprised they kept Njoku too, but considering that's out.
No, not Njoku. I'm talking about Austin Hooper. And Njoku had a decent season. Hooper. Yeah. And Njoku had a nice season last year.
I'm surprised.
Although I would have liked to see them tag I wanted to see them tag Jadeveon Clowney instead of tagging
Clowney didn't want to stay.
Njoku.
Hey, Bruce.
He wants to.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah.
One of my points I had brought up that you missed was Russell Wilson in Denver. And I think Tank, maybe I might be wrong, but I think Tank said that the Broncos still won't be good. And I said, no, Elway knows how to build a winner because he built one.
I agree. That's the thing. It's not Cleveland. Denver can get free agents. Free agents will come to Denver. Mainly because of the franchise. It's a winning franchise.
My point was, can they, with Russell Wilson's contract, I was saying what's the money look like for Denver right now? Can they go out and bring in high-quality players?
They can because it's an appealing place and it's an appealing franchise. It's not a losing franchise like the Browns. The Browns' number one problem is this history of losing. And everybody still expects the Browns to lose. Now, we had a chance to...
Well, it's not a losing franchise overall, but the last couple of years, they've been looking pretty bad.
It's one of the worst losing franchises in the NFL since 1999. We got to just accept that. If we had a better year this year, we could have said, we were right. Now we took a step back. We've seen this. We saw this with Gary Danielson. I mean, not Danielson, but what's his name? With that group where we won 10 games. And the next year, we're going to win in 6 again.
Romeo.
Yeah. We saw this with Romeo, Cornell, and Donald. What's the guy who played Oregon at quarterback? And the next year following that, he had another bad year. So we've been here before.
I mean, not Whedon, but the other dude.
Jake Del Holmes.
No.
Begin with
Derek Anderson. I don't know why I said Jake Del Holmes.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, Derek Anderson won 10 games, and the next year he won 6, and then after that it got worse. This Browns schedule, if is not a joke. So if we have injuries again this year, and Baker Mayfield doesn't quite recover from, we put him in there too early, and we don't have a good backup quarterback, this is going to be a bad year coming up.
And listen, and this is another point that I made. Now you put another good quarterback in the AFC.
And we got another good quarterback in this conference. Oh, my gosh. We hope he would have stayed over in Seattle. We didn't need any more good quarterbacks coming over here.
It makes it more harder for Cleveland now because we don't have a good quarterback. We got an average, maybe below average, subpar, mediocre quarterback. We don't have something that can take you to a
Thank God Rodgers stayed in Green Bay because he could have gone to Pittsburgh and we would have had Russell and Rodgers in this division.
That was a rumor. That was never going to happen.
Well, that's why I said thank God.
Yeah, we
still don't know who Pittsburgh's going to get.
Yeah.
All Pittsburgh needs is a serviceable quarterback into their system, and they still will be a problem because they're still going to pretty much have that defense. They're pretty much going to keep the wide receivers. They've got a nice running game. We just hope they don't get a decent quarterback.
And then my other point, too, is it's the same point. I don't care how many times Baker could beat the Bengals. When it's time to win the big games, he hasn't taken us to a Super Bowl yet. Burrow is better than Baker. Lamar Jackson is better than Baker. Roethlisberger better than Baker, even though he don't play for him no more, but he's better than Baker. Baker's the worst quarterback in our division.
No, he's not.
He's not the worst. I mean,
division. I said in our division.
Oh, in our division. Oh, yeah. Well, there's only 4 teams. Yeah, he's the worst
Right.
quarterback.
I said in our division. I didn't say he was the worst in the NFL. I said in our division.
No. Well, we're the worst team. Bottom. We're the worst team in our division.
Yeah,
we're the worst team in our division.
He's the bottom breeder.
So, you know, the Browns got a lot to prove next year. The defense is intact, but that offense is questionable.
So you telling me? Our defense needs work now because of the defensive line and our linebackers.
Our defense actually played pretty good towards the end. They held it down.
They did, but we got a lot of free agents that aren't going to come back. Like McKinley's gone, Anthony Walker's gone.
Okay.
Jadeveon might be gone.
Jadeveon, we'll miss Jadeveon. Walker
didn't do nothing spectacular.
McKinney didn't do.
He was actually hurt. He was hurt more than anything.
He was hurt. McKinnis didn't do a lot.
No, so
McKinley was nice.
You mean McKinney
when he was in there?
McKinnis or McKinley?
Takk McKinley, the guy we got from Atlanta. He did pretty good, but he was hurt too much.
When he played, he helped, but he was hurt too.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna really miss that.
And then we're also losing the dude that's going to jail for the rest of his life. McDonald.
Yeah, he was
or whatever.
He was.
Yeah.
He
had a decent season. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wants to be naked in school, so he's done for the rest of his life.
That's some type of mental
CTU. CTU. But you know, the Browns' defense is further than the offense, so. You know, and defense gels quicker than offense does.
True.
That's what the proponents say. So, you know, they're ahead of the game, and but we got a good backfield. We got the tight ends. We got the line. If our receivers, we can get somebody to stretch the field, which we could. The way we're looking at it, we're definitely going to go number 1 at receiver, probably a pass rusher number 2. Number 3 could be a lineman again, and 4 you get a receiver. After that, who knows?
Yeah, what I've been hearing lately is that we're probably end up going to lose. Was it J.C. Tretter? I think. Yeah, the center, J.C. Tretter.
I thought they sorted up this line already.
It is.
No, not everybody.
But this year it is. Maybe next year, but this year we all good.
Yeah, everybody's sold up. We're not losing any linemen this year.
Yeah, we good for this year.
No, Wyatt got extended. Joel got extended.
Yeah.
Conklin's here for another. One of our linemen is not leaving, but he's a free agent this year.
Nah. I don't think they said our whole line is intact. So
yeah,
they wanted to do that for Baker, and they said they've got enough pieces, except that speed receiver to stretch the defense, and that's what they're gonna get. And they figure they get that. Then they figure all Baker got to do is just not turn the ball over.
I don't understand. I don't get it. Well, Baker, I ain't gonna lie to you. His first year, he did okay. Second year, third year, okay, he did good. He took it to the playoffs. And this last year was just, I hate hearing, he was injured. Well, why are you playing then? Why are you playing?
I'm a Cleveland Brown fan. His first year wasn't very good. He only beat the sorry teams. He didn't beat the winning teams, and he have a winning record. I think what's the name was right. He wasn't ready. He needed to sit in a little bit. We could have done the same thing with what's the name at quarterback. They didn't let him have a chance to play at all. He didn't even get to come back after he held. So. You know, they didn't even give him a chance, but
he better than. Did he show? Hey, matter of fact, he played. Didn't he get injured or something like that? We ended up winning the game by luck or something for Houston.
Yeah.
Remember, he was dogging Baker, man.
Yep.
And then he got injured.
He got injured, and we ended up coming back and win. But you know, we this is Baker Mayfield's chance to prove himself. So if he has a good season this year, he's had 2 out of 5 good seasons. So that's still not saying much. He's going to need another season just to get 500. People don't want to say anything. We look at Roethlisberger. He never had a losing season. So if Baker Mayfield's going to push himself to be a Hall of Famer, he's got to start winning. That's it.
He ain't gonna be no Hall of Famer if he don't.
Joe Burrow and Lamar are on Hall of Fame tracks right now. Hall of Fame tracks. So right now there's a gap in Pittsburgh. We don't know, but Cleveland right now is when you check the box on quarterback, we can't check that box.
No, we can't. It's sad to say, but I hope. I'm a Browns fan. I want to see if Baker's on our team, I do want to see him succeed. But I just don't see it happening. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't see it happening, man. I don't see him making the progression because he regressed last year. So I don't just see him making a progression to be better than he was last year. Like way better, like a Burrow or a Jackson. I just don't see it.
He's got a better chance. Right now, he's made it further than Jackson. If Jackson, we do not want the Ravens to get receivers. They get receivers, we're done. We just got to keep hoping that they don't want receivers. So they're giving the Browns a chance because
if they stack up on defense,
they don't bring receivers in for Lamar. Lamar has not had receivers yet.
No,
so that's pretty strange. So they're giving Cleveland and Baker Mayfield a chance.
Yeah, that's because he don't use them. He's got some. He got Hollywood Brown. He got Hollywood Brown over there. He uses his tight
receiver that would get blasted.
He uses his tight ends more than his receivers, and that's what they were complaining about all season last year. He don't throw the ball.
Playmaking receivers.
Lamar Jackson's a run first quarterback.
Lamar Jackson use receivers. In college. He threw the rock all in.
Not really. Not really. And that's
what rock all in.
No, he didn't.
He had good receivers at Louisville.
He threw it. He had some decent receivers over there.
Did you look at his stats? Did you look at his
But
stats?
he doesn't. I was talking about in the NFL, man. That's where he's at right now.
I'm saying, in the NFL, and his offense is not geared around receivers because they ain't had no receivers. He only had one receiver, John.
Sammy Watkins is not a good receiver.
Sammy Watkins is not a stretch.
They got
Bateman might be their
Sammy Watkins should have retired a long time ago. But Bateman and Hollywood Brown are pretty decent receivers.
We gave up Bateman. We had Bateman, didn't we?
Bateman might be
no. Bateman came out of college.
No, we didn't. They drafted him.
I know.
Yeah, they drafted him.
Bateman might be
and they drafted Hollywood Brown too.
Well, Hollywood Brown's been the productive receiver, but like I said, he's small.
He's a deep route runner. That's it.
He's a deep route runner. Every year they haven't brought the number one receivers in. They've had a chance. They're about defense.
Yeah,
they're tight ends and the running back. Notice they got one of the top running backs out of Ohio State in that backfield. Then he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And next year
they lost.
Get a receiver
they lost everybody at running back last year.
They lost everybody, and they went and got third and fourth string running backs and fifth string running backs.
And they still
were able to run the ball. And they still were able to run the ball. And until Lamar got hurt, they were in track for the playoffs.
They were. They were actually.
Yeah, they had only lost 2 games before he got hurt. 1-2 games.
And that's the difference between a Lamar Jackson and a Baker Mayfield.
And their backup quarterback nearly beat us.
He did.
He nearly beat us.
Close. I mean, real close to beating us.
Real close.
So, yeah, that guy is actually. I wouldn't be surprised if someone picks him up as a starter because he is a free agent also.
Yeah, he's a nice young quarterback. He could start.
Yeah.
He could start.
Yeah, he can.
But You know, so the
Oh my God, hold on.
Browns offense can't play around next year. They gotta come out the gate. But unfortunately, Baker Mayfield is not gonna come out the gate because he's still got to recover from this surgery, and he's not gonna be ready at the beginning of preseason. We're fooling ourselves.
Man, fooling ourselves is the right.
We'll be lucky if
Oh,
they did in the first game of the season.
They did update it. Baker Mayfield should be ready by the first day of training camp.
There you go.
They were talking about that this morning.
We know he ain't gonna be ready.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna take no hits in no preseason to see if that shoulder is good. He's gonna not be able to take hits until the season. But that time, it ain't gonna do him no good because he ain't take the hits in the preseason. So he's really gonna have to be tough in the next following season because that shoulder is not gonna get hit till
I'm
the
sure
season.
they're gonna run that preseason a lot differently because them not playing any of our starters last year definitely hurt us.
Well, they did play in those interleague games. They hit.
Oh, you
when they played in the interleague
practices.
Yeah, they had contact in the interleague practices. Grossi said.
Yeah.
So he wasn't worried about it not in having the year, but you know that's the thing. Baker Mayfield's going to miss the interleague practices. He's going to miss all that contact here. He's going to miss the summer. So he's not, whoever the backup quarterback is, he's going to get most of the snaps until the season starts.
Somebody just said they still play the injured. See, that's a failing franchise. I don't think another franchise would have played Baker injured.
They wouldn't have.
We don't know what we're doing because we don't know how to win. We don't know how to win.
Tickets. We selling tickets. We selling Progressive. We selling Nissan. Hulu. Forgot about that too. Yeah, that's what we selling. The owner is invested in that. Now, Baker didn't have such a great year, so ain't nobody gonna be buying Progressive and Hulu and Nissan because of Baker Mayfield. You got to be a winner. So he ain't gonna have that many commercials.
Yeah, man. They played him. They played him injured, and they should have never did that. They should have went ahead.
Never should have done that. I believe we could have played Case. We played Case Keenum. We get in the playoffs. Baker comes ready for the playoffs. We win in the playoffs. And maybe we go on and beat Kansas City.
I mean, we had opportunity. We had
the opportunity.
We had an opportunity.
So why? I still don't understand why we were so scared. Because Case Keenum just got a paycheck for nothing. He made $6 million doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
So we just paid him to sit there and hold the clipboard.
Sounds.
We could have got another. We could have got another defensive player or another offensive, a wide receiver for $6 million, and a lineman for $6 million. And you could have kept Loretta and paid him the bare minimum.
Man,
but you got Keenum making $6 million doing nothing.
There's a lot of things we could have did.
Loletta, that was his name, Loletta. And we ain't seen nothing stupid like that since we did that with them two wide receivers. The one from Kansas City, one from Tennessee. And they made $9 million doing nothing. And that was a different regime.
Oh,
so how we Dwayne Bowe, and who was the other one? The one from Tennessee.
Kenny Britt.
Yeah.
Britt. That's right. They got $9 million. You would have thought we learned from those two episodes. But here we come. But Britt, we know Britt couldn't do anything. And what's the name from Kansas City couldn't do anything. At least Keenum could play.
Yeah.
And he knew the system.
Exactly. So the system.
So today we have not heard an explanation why Keenum did not play. Other than what Baker had to prove he was tough. Yeah, Baker didn't have to prove he's tough. We know Baker Mayfield tough.
Exactly. We seen them
make the playoffs, bring Baker Mayfield back healthy, and let's win the playoff game and go in the AFC. This was a perfect opportunity to get to AFC Championship. Like you said, we owned Cincinnati.
We did.
We should have been in the playoff and smack. Cincinnati had no business making it this far in the playoffs. None
at all.
Except for Burrow. Their coach is not a genius. That defense was not that good.
They benefited.
And to be honest, had we not been
Huh?
Oh. Hello?
Yeah. Well, we benefited. I mean, they benefited off of us because they knew that we just didn't have a good team. Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear Bruce though.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Tank.
Yeah, I'm here.
Who turned my mic off, man?
Nobody turned to
I couldn't hear for a second.
Somebody turned my mic off.
Yeah, because I was talking. All of a sudden you guys went blank and then got frozen, and then I was saying something, and then it just shut me out.
Man. The Baker Mayfield fans are messing with us stuff. The Baker guys. But Cincinnati, yeah, we know. Look, they had a bunch of calls in the playoffs, and Burrow made some spectacular plays. So the coaching, it still stinks. The franchise still bums, and I don't think they're gonna have the same great year this year as they had last year.
They not. They took advantage of our injuries and us playing Baker. If we didn't play Baker, we could have won one more game. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We could have won one more game. But they wanted, oh, he's tough. He can go out there and just play. We can see if he come on, man. You know we're not gonna win them games. Stop playing. Why is y'all playing around, man?
Because the Browns weren't trying to win this year. We know that. If you don't play a backup quarterback, you ain't trying to win.
We not gonna win the.
Yeah, man. You know that Green Bay game, we got screwed over. We could have beaten them, but those made up false start penalties killed us. And the same thing happened in the Raiders game too. Pass interference, false starts that weren't really false starts. That should have been offsides. Just one more game we could have won. We'd have been in the playoffs.
No, that's the purpose of a backup quarterback, is to play when your quarterback's injured and then bring your quarterback back when he's ready to play. Hold it down till your starter's ready to play. And if they get you to the playoffs, thank you, backup quarterback. It's time for the starter to come back in. And then sometimes some franchises get bold with it and just say, you know what? Starter is not going to play. We're going to let our backup quarterback lead us all the way with Nick Foles. Hello? Can't hear me, can you? I didn't think so.
Sorry about that. That had some bad reception.
Yeah, I got it. It's not the purpose of a backup quarterback to play when the quarterback gets hurt.
Yes.
Is that the purpose? So we just defeated the whole purpose.
Yeah, and they were paying them, man, top money too. It was not normal for a backup quarterback to make what he was making. Was he gonna make 11 mil this year if they keep him?
I don't think they're gonna keep him. I think they're gonna try to bring somebody here who legitimately can push Baker Mayfield, not compete, but somebody that if they, because the question is, how much do they believe in Baker Mayfield? Do they believe that the injury was the problem, or do they doubt Baker Mayfield's true ability? Because we know when Stefanski came here, he brought Keenum with him, and for some reason, they didn't play Keenum, though they brought Keenum in here to be an able quarterback. Because the whole point with Keenum being here is he knew the system, and if something happened to Baker, we had a capable quarterback to take over the team. That was the whole purpose in Keenum being here. Can't hear again, huh? I don't hear anybody. Tank.
Hello?
I hear you. You think
now I hear Javon again.
You think
Javon, I hear you, but your picture not bad.
That's cool. Do you think?
What about Keenum?
Do you think Keenum would have won 2 more games?
Easily. I mean, these were bum teams we should have beat.
I feel the same way. I feel like we definitely could have won at least 2 more games with Keenum in the lineup.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
The one game he did play, we won.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the Raiders game would have won.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know, man. They were like they were just, hell bent on screwing us out of that game and the Green Bay game.
Well, they
wanted to make sure we weren't going to win that.
They screwed us out of games at the beginning of the season. So now this is a whole nother season. If we get those calls at the beginning of the season, we start out 3-1 or 3-0, as opposed to what we did start out. But they NFL made sure we didn't start out quick.
Say that again, Bruce.
I said if we started out fast the way we should have this season, because we had a bunch of calls go against us, that the NFL made sure we didn't start out fast this season.
Yeah, I think the one game, it wasn't Keenum, it was the one quarterback from San Francisco that we had that we could have won with.
Yeah, he played a good enough game that we could have still won that one. Was it Pittsburgh?
Yeah. No, that was the Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders, yeah.
That was the Raiders game. They screwed us. Basically, they went for a field. What did they did something stupid instead of letting him throw the ball. It was something real stupid. And they should have just let him throw the ball for the first down because he had a good game throwing the ball.
Oh, he ran it?
I don't know what we did. Oh, yeah, we ran the ball. We didn't even throw it. We ran it on a sweep or something.
I think we ran the sweep. Yeah, we ran the sweep instead of running strong. But they got rid of Janikowski today. So it's like we had Janikowski and we had fullbacks. We didn't even use them last year.
Man, it was just crazy, man. The whole decision making last year was totally off, and it was just wild.
Then we got rid of Hodges, knowing he was our third best receiver. We let him go for nothing before the season starts.
Yeah, we should have kept him because he was a baller, man.
Yeah, well, he helped Detroit out. Didn't he go to Detroit?
Yeah, but he didn't get a chance to shine like he should have.
No, he didn't. Nobody shined in Detroit last year.
You right. Oh, no, the running back did. What's his name? But he kept getting injured. The running back for Detroit, he's pretty good, but he kept getting injured. What is his name, man? He's real nice. He actually had a good.
Is that the one from Notre Dame?
He had a good game against us.
I think he's the one from Notre Dame. Yeah, he did.
He broke.
They almost beat us. They almost beat us.
Yeah, remember he broke a run on us.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, our offense didn't click in that game either.
Our offense was terrible in that game. I'm surprised we won.
It was terrible. We averaged 14 points a game. No
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift. Oh, from Georgia.
Georgia. He was balling.
Yeah. Yeah, we average 14 points a game. That 14, 15 points a game. That's horrible.
And that's not gonna get us. Yeah, that's not gonna get it for us.
Now you tell me you average 14, 15 points a game, and Stefanski's the offensive coordinator calling the plays and everything. How do you still keep your jobs at that? You don't go ahead and get another coordinator to come in here.
Yeah, that's
You don't revamp that offense. I mean, that you got almost the same receivers that you had the year before, except they were injured, and then you didn't hardly play Higgins for some reason. But I don't think the receiver room is as bad as the media tries to make them out to be.
the rumors.
Because they're saying, "Oh, we got one of the worst receiving corps in the league." Well, it wasn't that bad the year before when Odell was hurt. They did pretty well. So now they're saying, well, if we let Landry go, we're going to be even worse. I think we can get another receiver in here if we let Landry go.
I think you keep Landry until you get another receiver. Then
I don't think he wants to stay. I think he wants to go.
I mean, it's up to the Browns because he said the ball.
Yeah, it's up to the Browns.
He said the ball is in the Browns' hands. So.
But he didn't say, I really want to stay.
Yeah.
He said it's in your hands.
Did his boy wrong, so.
Did his boy, yeah. You did my boy wrong. I don't want to stay. I want to stay with you, and I sit there, and I know, I ain't got feelings for you like that no more.
Nah.
Because none of the receivers really had feelings like that anymore. Higgins definitely didn't.
No, he's gone. Higgins is gone.
Was Higgins a free agent?
Yeah, that was more so. He played good with Baker. That's what they kept saying. Yeah, man, Higgins played good.
Well, why didn't you play him this year then?
And then he kind of because
obviously he turned up on Baker,
exactly.
You weren't right what you did to yep. They all the whole. Well, they already said that the locker room got divided.
It did.
It got divided, so that tells you right there. So with that in mind, how did this locker room heal? And you got the same one who caused the division. You still got him here in town. He's still leading your offense. How is it going to get better?
Well, we only got like about 13 minutes, so let's move on. Let's talk about.
Yeah, y'all talked about him a lot.
The Cavs beat the Raptors the other day.
Yeah.
96.
They play tonight, don't they?
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. So they beat the Raptors 104-96 at home, and tonight,
but
they play the Pacers, and this will be, I think, the first team we can actually sweep. Like, I think it's our first sweep that's possible. I think we're gonna sweep them if we win this game. I think the Pacers never beat us yet, so
no.
So this would be the first sweep that the Cavs can actually have. If they win tonight, this will be the first sweep. So do you think they complete the sweep tonight, or you think
I don't know, because how are we gonna make up for Jared Allen?
Man, that's a big loss.
That's a big loss unless Davis. Davis has the capability. He played at big time school, didn't he? What? Carolina? Where did he play?
Carolina, wasn't it?
I think Carolina. So he's got the ability to step up and the show out, which he ain't done all year. Now is his chance. So come on, let it be tonight against a team that's not so good. These guys if not, they're on the same caliber or less than him.
Yeah.
But they are NBA players. So I think we got somebody to step up and make up for it. We're going to have a couple of people because we got some other centers on the bench, big guys that can step up. Dean Wade is probably going to have to play better and step up. And Okoro's going to have to score this time. Since we don't have Jared Allen rely on Okoro's have to score. Keep Mobley under control, because Mobley will have the tendency to probably try to make up for Allen, but You know, maybe Love might have to step it up. So we might need 20 from Love, Mobley to get 15 to 20. Of course, our point guard to get 20, which he's been getting 20, 30 points, 28, 20 something points. And then we're gonna need Chetty to get 15. He can't score 10. He's gonna need 15, 20. So we need a good Chetty night. So we're gonna need a big three from somebody.
Right. We gonna need
then that fourth person is gonna need to do 15. So we got the capability because Mobley can score 20. Love can score his 20. Our point guard
they just got to do more than what they normally do. That's it.
And live off of their defense.
Yeah.
Play good, hard defense. Move the ball. Play unselfish basketball. Play smart, which Chetty sometimes doesn't do. Love to. And move the ball on this team. Make this team work. Make this team play defense. You know they're going to shoot three because they got Buddy Hield and some other guys that shoot threes now. So they're going to shoot threes. They're not a team. They're not going to pass the ball. They're not going to make the Cavs work. They're going to run and gun. So the Cavaliers need to come up disciplined, move the ball, play good, hard defense, get out there on them threes, and somebody else just step it up to make up for Jared, and they can. And this is the team. Now, they may have problems with the good teams coming up on this schedule, but tonight, they should win tonight. So I'm going to say they'll win tonight because I think we're going to see Ed Davis step it up in Love.
Yeah, I think we'll win tonight.
I mean, this is even a good game Windler can show out. He ain't done nothing in 3 years.
Right. So the Cavs,
third year.
Cavs winning right now. So we'll see. I think it's 40-something to 30-something.
Yeah, this is not even a good team. This team was disbanded to tank. So
yeah,
knock this team out the box.
There it is.
Yeah. Now they say Jared Allen out for about 2 weeks, but he has his middle finger, so he can play with that middle finger. You just got to protect it. It's gonna hurt. That's the biggest thing. Somebody smack it, it's gonna hurt, and because it's the hand.
It's the non-shooting hand, right?
Yeah, but you know, dirty players do though. They go smack that hand.
You right.
I know your hand swelled up. I'm smacking that hand.
You right.
So they might have to shoot it with some painkiller, so we don't feel it. They could numb it, so he won't feel it. Because all he needs is the other outside fingers, the palm and stuff. No, and good is not his shooting hand, and he's not really a shooter anyway. He's mostly inside, but he likes to shoot out just a little. So, but we already. I think the Cavs are still on the road to make that playoff.
They are. I think we should win it. I think we should win tonight's game. Like I said, it's in progress.
I think so. I think we should. If they don't win a nice game, then they're back in that same scenario. But they played Philly pretty hard. Well, they had Jared Allen. I think they can beat this team without a Jared Allen. So I'm gonna say they're gonna.
All right. So before we get off, we gotta make another a special announcement. Don't forget, everybody. St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, Thursday, March 17th. We got the comic book comedy show coming to Silver Spot Cinemas. That's right. We got some of the best coming down, and it's down for a charity, definitely for charities for the Forever in a Day Foundation, and we're going to have Lil Daddy Jin, Melissa Logsden, Brian Pope, CC Bullock, and I Am Chad as the headliner. CC's hosting. And the tickets is $20, and then we got 2 for $30. And like I said, that's going to be at Silver Spot Cinemas at 7 p.m. St. Patrick's Day. We donate some proceeds to the Forever in a Day Foundation. And like I said, we're going to have some great talent there. Come support. And if you want to buy some tickets, you can text tickets to 216-505-0548. You can text tickets to 216-505-0548 or tegmedia.org. That's tegmedia.org. We'll be sold out. Guarantee you probably by Sunday if you don't get them tickets. It's a good buy. It's definitely a good buy.
Yeah, it's good entertainment for $30, $15 a person. Good deal and very funny
Nice
comics
stop.
here in
Nice
Cleveland.
to stop. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah. So put your TVs on tape while you come over, and then go back and watch the tournament after that.
Yeah, I don't think people's locked in this year on that tournament like they normally are, because you don't really hear a lot of noise about it. But I guess people are gonna still put their brackets in, and hopefully they'll win. But I don't
I
think
didn't know it was that. I know it was that close to the time. My gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Man,
NBA playoffs next
crazy.
year. I mean next month.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next month.
Yeah. And the Cavs will be in it, so we'll be interested.
Yes, it will be. All right. Well, that's our time for today. Check out the Cavs game right now if you ain't been checking it out. And this Against All Out Sports Radio show. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy.
Beast, Bruce Beast Smooth Ballard. Beast.
All right. See y'all next
For Tank.
Tuesday.
Peace.